Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield. Jimmy Crute's 12-3, very versatile guy. I love his fucking offense. Really good hands, powerful, visible power, and on the ground, I think he's got one of the best top games in the division. Just again, a physical beast, but submission skills to complement it. All of his beasthood, if that's the word. He's the only guy to submit Paul Craig with a third round Kimura. Same move he hit on Michal Oleksiejczuk, which that's not as exciting of an accomplishment, I guess, but still, he's the only guy to submit Paul Craig. He's got 2 wins via knockout, 2 wins via submission at the UFC level, I believe, knocking out Sam Alvey and Modestas Bukauskas, unless I'm wrong. And I think I just really trust his offense. I don't trust his defense, though. He was submitted by Misha Serkinov with a Peruvian necktie right after almost finishing Misha Serkinov. That fight was fucking bananas. But he was knocked out in his last fight, and the fight before that he was injured. These are the questions I have about Jimmy Crute. I had a lot of questions going into the Jamal Hill fight. The long layoff, I think a knee surgery, all this shit. And he didn't get to answer any of those questions. Not only that, but he was knocked out in 30 seconds. So he's got new problems and new questions to answer. And with all that and staring at a minus 210 favorite, a 2-1 favorite here, I'm going with Alonzo Menifield. Alonzo Menifield, I think he takes away a lot of Jimmy Crute's offense right off the bat. I think he's a very difficult guy to out-wrestle. Of course, the few that arguably out-wrestled him did beat him. He was knocked out by OSP, but he lost a decision to William Clark and William Knight and Devin Clark. And I really think the Devin Clark fight is the path to victory for Jimmy Crute here. But I think, Alonzo Menifield's able to keep this fight standing with a potentially weak chin on Jimmy Crute, which I'm not even saying that's a thing. Jamal Hill's a fucking excellent striker. You can't call everybody that he knocks out some glass-jawed bum. But Alonzo Menifield definitely has the power to knock out even a strong chin. And in this fight, knowing I think he keeps this fight standing, he's able to take away the grappling of Jimmy Crute. I trust Menifield. I just trust him more. I think he's in better shape. And I don't think he's got awful cardio. I thought it failed him against Devin Clark, but that's it. Even the William Knight fight, whatever, it was close, but I thought he won. I thought he won round 3 and the fight, even though I bet on William Knight. So I think I was happy with that. But anyway, Alonzo Menifield, he's definitely got more knockout power. And if Jimmy Crute's looking to get in on him, and maybe he's got a chin that's even weaker than he thinks it is, I think Alonzo Menifield's able to have a successful fight here. Alonzo Menifield's got 10 knockouts and 13 of his victories. Of his 13 victories, I should say. Of the 10 knockouts, 8 come in round 1. The other 2 come early in round 2, in the first minute. So I think there's definitely value on Alonzo to win by round 1. Round 1 flat plus 650, I'll take that. And his money line I also trust because covers the round 1 knockout, the round 2 knockout, and even a decision. I think, Jimmy Crute's the hometown guy and whatever. It's going to be tough to win a decision, and especially when I expect Jimmy Crute to be the better fighter, have the better work rate, I should say, over the course of 15 minutes. But if he's not able to dominate Alonzo Menifield, which I don't think he will be, if the grappling's off the table, then Menifield, I think, will have more big moments. So there's value on Menifield. In tight, he could be neutralized like Devin Clark did to him, whatever. But still, Jimmy Crute, I think he's just in worse shape. I don't trust his body. I don't trust his chin. And Alonzo Menifield, I think, is a little underrated. He was knocked out the once, and it was by OSP, or even the ghost of OSP, as some people would call it. But OSP's a longer guy, just like Jamal Hill, and he's craftier. He's a crafty guy with a really crafty left hand, which is what he caught Alonzo with. Really short punch. And I think Alonzo Menifield's a real fighter. He's one of those guys I thought could have been an athlete early on, but I think he's a real fighter. He's got grit, and Even though I don't trust his cardio as well, I think he's still going to be in this fight for 3 rounds, and I like his odds here. Alonzo Menifield plus 165. Round 1 finish plus 650. I would go KO, but they have that at plus 550 because they're fucking stupid. So 650 round 1 for Alonzo Menifield. That covers Jimmy Crute's chin failing him, his fucking knee failing him, whatever else. Like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit.